Hi, this is Paul. I wanted to make a football prediction. I know I did a couple of weeks back the prediction for when the playoffs first started for the NFL. So this prediction is going to be for the AFC and the NFC conference games, which are going to be technically. I'm recording this on Saturday. They're going to be tomorrow, Sunday. Okay, and please hit the like before I begin. Please hit the like and subscribe button. I really appreciate that. Um, okay, we'll start with the NFC first. Although I think the AFC game is first, and then the NFC game is second. But although I think it should be the other way, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, I'll start with the NFC. Detroit, which had a great year. Dan Campbell's done a great job with the Detroit Lions, and also what's his name? Jared Goff has kind of rebuilt his career after being traded for to the Lions. So that he's got a chance to go back to the Super Bowl. But San Francisco, they looked vulnerable when they played Green Bay. Green Bay kind of held their own, until Brock Purdy, did that one drive at the end. So, it doesn't look like, and hopefully, what's his name, Deebo Samuel, if he plays, I think San Francisco has a better shot to winning. But I think Detroit has, they got a shot. But like I said, they're not playing in the dome. They're got to go to San Francisco to play. If this game was in the dome, I'd give them a better shot. But I'm going to have to go with San Francisco. I think just talent-wise, they have more talent on that team. And like I said, especially if Deebo Samuel plays too, I think that's a great bonus. I don't think we'll know till game time whether he's going to go. And I think this is for the marbles to get to the Super Bowl. So they're going to just shoot him up with whatever, and he's going to play. So I think, even though I think Detroit had a great year and it would be nice for them, I think this will be the first Super Bowl they've been in if they go. I'm going to have to go with San Francisco. I think I think that game against Green Bay kind of maybe even scared them. So I think they're going to be ready this time for this game, because this is the game to get to the Super Bowl. So I think they're going to be ready. They're not going to waste time in BS, and I think they're going to actually try to score points, early and try to get ahead of it. So I'm going to go with San Francisco. Because I wouldn't be Detroit. Like I said, I'm disappointed Detroit actually beat them. That would be, although for Kyle Shanahan, I think that'd be absolute disaster with all the talent he has on his team if they don't get to the Super Bowl. But I'm going to go pick with San Francisco. Now, the AFC. Now, this is going to be a kind of tougher choice for me. Although, like I said, because Patrick Mahomes is, I believe, the best quarterback in the NFL right now. He's one of these all-time greats, I think, even right now. He's been to 3 Super Bowls. Okay, 1, 2 of them, of course. And so I'm going to go, although, like I said, the Ravens have the best defense right now, playing literally out of all the teams that are left. They have the very best. I think they had the #1 defense, too. And so I think they, and plus, the Kansas City Chiefs, their offense is not as potent as it used to be. Although, like I said last week against Buffalo, and I know Buffalo's defense has been beaten up, but it just looked like they couldn't stop Kansas City last week when they just went up and down. They only punted maybe twice in the game. They just kept going up and down the field on Buffalo at home. Okay, and like I said, Patrick Mahomes is that X factor, and if he gets hot early, but I think the Baltimore Ravens, the defense is really, really good. Like I said, it's the #1 defense. Okay, so I think for the Chiefs, they have to score. Okay, especially against Baltimore Ravens, their defense. I don't think they can settle for field goals. I think they're going to have to get touchdowns when they drive. If they drive the ball, they're going to have to score. I know, you'll take the field goal if you get it, but I think for them to win this game, the Kansas City Chiefs, they're going to have to score touchdowns. They can't, I think, get away with, because I think Lamar Jackson is playing at his best football right now. He's going to obviously be the MVP of the league, and I think he's playing his best ball, his best football. Okay, he's not relying on his legs as much anymore, although he can if he has to. So I definitely think that unless Patrick Mahomes this goes off, and like I said, if they score touchdowns and don't settle for field goals, I think the Ravens are going to win it. I think it's going to be the Ravens and the 49ers in the Super Bowl, which is actually going to be a rematch of what happened a couple of weeks ago. But I think that's going to be, that's not saying anything out of school, but I think that can win. Although if you get a Kansas City and Detroit Super Bowl, that would be very weird. Kansas City and but if you ask me what team could, if you told me the question I want to ask is if you told me Detroit is going to beat the 49ers, I wouldn't be absolutely surprised by that, because I definitely think against that, again, that game with Green Bay, San Francisco didn't look as good as I thought they were going to look. You know, like I said, Green Bay, you know, hung in there, you know, until what's going through that mistake, through that Jordan Love through that interception. But like I said, Detroit has been an all-guy to the team, but I think San Francisco should win. Okay, now whether they win or not, but I'm gonna bet the money I don't have on San Francisco, and I think it's going to be San Francisco and Baltimore, the Ravens, a rematch a couple of weeks ago in the Super Bowl. I think that's the way the Super Bowl should go. Although, like I said, if Patrick Mahomes, like I said, I would feel more confident in Patrick Mahomes because Kansas City's defense is actually pretty decent this year. Not like Baltimore, but they're pretty decent. And Steve Spagnuolo, the defensive coordinator, he does know how to probably, you know, and I think he'll come up with something. Maybe he'll come up with something to try to slow Lamar Jackson down. But I just think it's Lamar's time right now. So I think it's going to be Baltimore versus San Francisco 49ers, Baltimore Ravens versus San Francisco and the 49ers in the Super Bowl. That's just my prediction. Okay, so let me know what you think. Again, please feel free to hit the like and subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Let me know who you think is going to win. Because I would not want to see a Baltimore and Detroit Super Bowl. I really would not. I'd rather be Kansas City and San Francisco or Baltimore and San Francisco. Nothing against Detroit. You know, they had a good year and everything else. But that's the Super Bowl I would rather see. Baltimore versus the 49ers, or the Chiefs versus the 49ers, which actually would be something that happened before, a sequel. That, remember, they played the Super Bowl before, so that would be, you know. But like I say, you never know. Like I say, and the old saying goes, any given Sunday, anything could happen. So we'll see if Patrick Mahomes can pull a rabbit out of his hat against that tough Ravens defense on the road. If he can do that, because he's done it at home. Let's see if he can do it on the road against Lamar Jackson, who's playing his best football right now. So that's why I'm going to have to go with Baltimore. I think it's going to be Baltimore and San Francisco in the Super Bowl, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, let me know what your picks are. Feel free to leave comments down below. I have links to my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram. I also have a link to my other channel called Views and Opinions. Be check that out as well. I also have a link down below to my Patreon. I want to say a special thank you to my patrons. Okay, on my Patreon, it's $5 a month, and I have tons of content on there. I have movies on there. I have the last movie I put on there was the Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earth, Part 1. That's on there. And I think before that I put all episodes of Season 2 of What If, of DC's, not DC's, Marvel's What If. All of Season 2, all 9 episodes are on my Patreon, unedited. So follow the link down below to check that out. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel, and I truly appreciate it. Also, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Paul saying so long, and take care.